Okay, let me share my screen. Hello, are you able to see my screen?
Yes,
Yes,
it's
it's
visible.
visible.
Okay, so today we will be covering rest of the thing which we left behind. Like last class, I have explained you about those glide forms. So Shagufta, or if anyone else who was there in the session, can you tell me what is glide form and why we are
Uh,
using it?
yes.
Yes.
So
So
it's a
it's a client
client-side
side
form,
form
which we
which
are
we are
using,
using,
on the
on the
logged in
logged in
users,
users,
the
the
current
current
users which
users
are
which are
available.
available.
Uh,
Uh,
and
and
we
we
used to
used to
make
make
a
a
few
few
changes
changes
while
while
using
using
the
the
glide form,
GlideForm,
like
like
read
read
only
only
and
and
read
read
only
only
feed,
feed,
set
set
field
field
values,
values,
and there
and
are
there are
multiple
multiple
things.
things.
Make
Make
mandatory
mandatory
fields.
fields.
These are
These are
the
the
things which
things
we
which
can
we can
perform the
perform the
changes
changes
on the
on the
form
form
itself.
itself.
Okay. Any other people who want to give their input? What is glide form?
It's a
It's a
client-side
client-side
API
API
to
to
customize the
customize the form
form-side
side
experience.
experience.
Yes. So we have studied a lot of API in our previous session. Like we have studied uh, glide form and all the methods which is related to glide form, like set mandatory, set visible, set display, set read only, add option, remove option. Then we are gone through the get value, get unique value. This all thing we have studied in the last session, and I have also told you people that which method is most important in the glide form when we are using glide form in real time scenario, then which all method are mostly used in the organization or in the projects or whatever, what things you can solve those things by using like whenever someone will ask you in the interview some scenario based things, you can solve it by using those methods only. So last day I left one method which is get reference. So GetReference is a method which is used to call the data from server to client side. I explained about those three methods already in my previous session, that which all three method we are using to get the data from server to client side. So GetReference is one of those. So today we will be dealing with GetReference and I will tell you the details and all. So there is one method we learned that day. So that day we have learned one method g underscore form dot set value, and whenever we are setting values, so we have to pass two parameters. Suppose in short description, if you want to set some value, then we have to get the short description backend name, and we have to just give the values like testing for G form. This is the basic syntax for setting value in a form where we have to pass two parameters. Now if I will refresh, because I have used onload client script, then you can see in the short description it is coming as testing for reform, which I have set through this glide form method. Now same thing, if you want to set for set value, this thing we have performed for the string or multi-line text or single line text, but same thing if you want to set some value for this reference field. A reference field means it is referring to some another table. So in this case, like in caller is the reference field, location is also reference field, assignment group is also reference field. In this case, suppose caller, so we have to take the backend name of caller. I took the backend name. Now we have to pass the value. Suppose there is able tutor, so I will copy and I will paste it, able tutor. Now I will save it. Now I will refresh this page, but you can see over here that on load of the form this thing came which I have done from there, and able tutor is also came. But if I will do one thing, g underscore form dot set value, and I will now this time take assignment group backend name. Now copy and paste. So in reference fields, whatever reference field you are seeing over here, the best practice of setting the value on this reference field is by using the sys IDs, which is 32 digit unique IDs. So suppose if I will set manually from here this App Engine Studio, App Engine Admins. So this is the name, App Engine Admin. If I will open this record, let me open in a new window. So this is the group name. So we have to copy the sys ID of this group. You have to just click on context menu and copy sys ID and go to your code in double inverted comma. You have to just give the sys ID. By giving the sys ID, you will able to set the group name to the assignment group when we will load the form. So suppose if I will save this, if I will refresh this page, then you can see that assignment group is populated, App Engine Admin, because we have given App Engine Admin sys ID. Same thing also we can perform here also in the caller ID. If I will copy the same thing, let me caller ID, but in caller ID we have to give another names. Suppose I want to give Adela, so I have to take the Adela sys ID from there. How we can copy? We can directly click on context menu and copy sys ID. We will go to the code and we will replace the sys ID with Adela sys ID. Now I will save this. Now whenever we will load the form, this set value will work for this reference field as well. Suppose I will refresh this page. So every time you will see that assignment group is populated as App Engine Admin, this is populated as Adela, and this is populated as testing for GForm. Whenever you will load the form, every time those three things will populate because I have written one script here. Now what we will do, we will make it comment. I will save this one. We will refresh this page. Now you can see assignment group, caller and short description and empties. Now what we will do, suppose there is a scenario like whenever we will load the form, then current logged in user, I told you about glide user in the previous session as well. We have already completed the glide user class, which is where I have told you why we are using glide user, to get the current logged in user detail and all those things. You can refresh or you can revise from the previous classes. So suppose when we will load the form, we want in the caller the current logged in username. So we will go to this on load of the form, and here also this set value method of the GlideForm is very important. Set value, and we will be coming in 2 or 3 minutes for GetReference. So suppose I am setting value in the caller section, I am setting one value. So as of now you can know, you can understand that by using set value, First parameter is the field name, on which field we want to set the value, and second parameter is something like which value or which thing we want to set, same as in the short description. This is the field name and this is the field value, whatever value you want to fill on that short description. So same way, caller ID is the field name, backend name of this caller field. Now I want to set the current logged in user, like you can set static user also, but I want to set current logged in user name. So we have already learned about g underscore user dot user ID. So what it will do, it will set the value in the caller field glide user dot user ID. This will give you the current logged in username. This will save to the caller ID. If you will set the static one, I have set the dynamic one. Right now I am logged in as a system administrator, so here it will show system administrator. But if some other user has logged in, suppose Abel tutor, so when he will going to create, then he will see the caller name as Abel tutor. So same way, this glide user dot user ID is a dynamic one which we have set. Now if I will save this one, now we have saved. Now let me refresh this page. You can see the system administrator populated. This is the current logged in user, and it is a dynamic one. You can send, we are setting that static one by giving the sys ID, but for dynamic one we have to use glide user dot user ID, which will give the username. We have already learned about glide user in the previous session. If you are new, you can also see the previous classes recordings. Now as you can see that set value is the very important method. It will be covered almost everywhere. So we have set the dynamic value in the caller field by using set value. Now this caller field, you can see over here, system administrator is showing as of now. Now the scenario here it is, and it is also asked from you in the interview, and it is also performed in the current projects as well, where we want to fetch some data from server to client side. So you can see this all thing, this software, this hardware, this is the client side. You can see the data is still on the client side. It is not saved yet. 32 digit on sys ID, when you will see, it means that database, it is saved in the database, but as of now we are dealing on the client side. So you can see some of the reference field over here, this 3, this 3, this 2. This 3 reference field is something which is referring you to the other table of the ServiceNow, which is already stored in the database. Suppose if I will click this assignment group, you see 49 assignment group is there. So where this group belongs to, this group is stored in the ServiceNow database, which means this data are on the server side. Same as it is, if you will go to assign to, this all user which we are seeing as of now, it is stored on the server side. Same as it is configuration ID, this all configuration items is stored on the ServiceNow on the server side. We are on the client side. So we want to fetch some data from server side to client side. We can use the method of GetReference. So how we are using the GetReference? So first of all, I will show you with a very simple example. Suppose I am giving one condition: if g underscore form dot is new record, this line will check is new record is the method of GlideForm. Is new record is something, it will check if the form is new. You can see as of now the form is new, so it will check the condition. If the form is new, then what we want to perform, if the form is new, then we want to set the value as a current logged in user. This caller ID we want to set as a system administrator, because if you will go to the existing record, if I will open some existing record,
Afan, sorry to cut you. Can you please repeat the last sentence what you said?
Yes, 1 minute. So suppose if I will open some existing record. So in existing record you can see the system administrator is coming. It is changing the value on the on load of the form. Now we have to give one condition where we have to provide is new record. Suppose I will save it. See, right now this name doesn't change because this is the existing record. Now if I will go to the new record, if I will refresh this page, you can see the system administrator populated. System administrator populated because of the new record. We have provided one condition is new record. If it is a new record, then we are setting the value in the caller ID glideuser.user ID in the new record. But in the existing record, see, the caller will be same, but only in the new record the caller will be changing and it is giving the current logged in user. So what we want is in the system administrator, if you will open this record, so there are some fields inside this record. These are the fields which is situated on the server side. So there are fields like department, location, mobile number, business phone, language, email, last name, title. So we want to fetch these details from server side to the client side here. So here where we will populate those things. So suppose we use this location field. This is custom made field which I have created. You can see u underscore location, u underscore department, u underscore testing. We will utilize this three field, and in this three field, in first field we will fetch the location, in second field we will fetch the department, and third field we will fetch the number or email. We will say fetch email. So whenever the form will load, we want to fetch the current logged in user details. Which detail we want? Department, location and email. These three field as of now. You can fetch as much as you can, like you can fetch all field detail, but for example only we are fetching three field detail whenever we will load the form. This is very important for your interview, for your real-time work, whenever you will be assigning to do some work. That time also this question will be very important, and this was asked in almost 15 to 20 interview from me. So what we will do, you can see as of now that if the new record is there, then we are setting some value. And what value we are setting? We are setting the real current logged in user detail. Now we will use our method which is GetReference. GetReference is the only method through which we can call the data from server to client side. So we will create one variable. In variable we will store GetReference. GetReference, as the name suggests, reference. Reference means it will use only on the reference field. These three, these two. So GetReference we are using for this one. Now what we will do, we have to provide the field name, from which field we want to pull the data. We want to pull the data from caller ID. Now we have just used the GetReference for the caller ID field, and we have stored whatever data we are getting, we stored in our variable A. Same way we will create another variable called B. The second variable which we have given, we want to fetch caller underscore ID. Same thing, because we have to fetch three things. We have to fetch department, we have to fetch email, we have to fetch location. So we have to give we have to store 3 values in our 3 different variables. We have to store 3 different variables because from each variable we will be taking the department or location or email. Now after that, what we will do, we have already stored our value here in the variable A. Now we will generally use GlideForm.setValue method, because with the help of setValue only we already got, by using this 3 line, we already get all these 3 variables. I will show you how we will get. Now we will use GlideForm, g_form.setValue. In setValue, first parameter what we have to pass, we have to pass the field name, on which field we want to set the value. Now I will use u_location. In location, what we want, so suppose I want to set A. A means this variable, and in this variable what is stored as of now? It is stored all the GetReference field things. Inside the caller ID, whatever field you are seeing over here, this is the user table which came from this caller. So inside A, all these values are stored, all these values, user ID, you can see this many field, you can fetch anything by using dot walking method. Dot walking method is something which will give you those data which you need. And how we can use dot walking method? You have to just give dot, and in location we want to set the location. You have to go to this table and you have to see the backend name of this location. So it is location only. Then copy and location. Same way you have to find, first we have set the location, other we want to set the department. Now we will take this department, u_department, and again we are doing dot walking with the help of B. So we have to use B over here, and we have to give, instead of location, we have to check the backend name of department from here. It is department only, you can see it is department only. Now it will be changed to department. Same way we have to set also this testing, where we are setting email. So we have to give the backend name as this, and we have to change it to C, this variable, and from this variable we will fetch email. What is the backend name of email? This one, email. Now we will use email. Now after doing this, I will explain you one more time, but let me show you the result first. I think many of you people have confused a little bit. So let me go to the form, let me refresh this page.
But the testing is not the reference field, right?
Your voice is too much breaking, whoever is talking.
In instance report form, the testing field is not the reference field.
Your voice is not clear.
She is asking that the testing field is not the reference field in the form.
Yes, this is the string field, because we want to fetch the email, and if we are fetching the email, you can see in here it is the reference field. It is not a reference field, it is a string field. It is an email field where we have to give the @, but I have used single line text. If you will use reference field, then data will not show here, because reference field means it is referring to some table. As you can see, department, here I have used as reference field because here also the department is a reference field. Here we are using location as a reference field because in here also location is a reference field. The point here is that, let me explain you one more time. This is very important. So first of all, any one of you apart from these two girl which just told, tell me what is GetReference.
To get data from server to the client side. Please use it to get the data from server to client.
Yes, get reference is used to get the data from server to client side. So right now we are on the client side because we have not saved the form yet. We are on the client side means we are on the browser, but we want to fetch some data from server side. Server side means, you know, this assignment group, this is the reference field. Reference field is something which is referring to some another table. Whenever you are creating some reference field, you have to give some reference table over there. So whenever I will click this magnifying glass, you will see this is a table and there are 49 record. So is this record is on the client side or server side?
Server side.
Server
Server
side.
side. Same if we are clicking on this collar. So this is on the client side or server side?
Server side.
Server side. So we are doing same thing. Like I just opened this record. From the open record, I came to the server side. Right now I am in the server side, right? And you can
Yes.
see all record are saved. Whenever I am refreshing, the record is not getting deleted. You can see 32 sysid is already there. So from server side, I am taking some of the data from server side to the client side. So I am taking email, I am taking location, I am taking department. You can take whatever field you want, you can take. I am taking this 3 field as of now. Okay? Hello?
Yes, Afan.
Yes.
Audible.
So for taking this field, email, location or department, we have to also prepare some field over here where we want to show that form, because we cannot show randomly, like we cannot show here on the blank side. We have to show here or here or here. So we have created this 3 field which is custom made. Custom made sign is, you can see u underscore, u underscore, u underscore. It means it is a custom field. One more thing, whatever field you are fetching from here, like this is the reference one, this is the reference one, this is the email one. So I have created one reference field, this is the reference field, and this is the email one. So I have taken a string field. Now we have to, like, scenario is like that when we will load the form, the current logged in user detail, current logged in user I have given, and I want those locations, department and email ID to be populated on the client side. So for that I have used some methods, and the most important is GetReference. First of all, I have used if loops. If this condition will be satisfied, then only this whole code will run. This whole code, if that condition will be satisfied, means if the form is new, if you will go to the existing record, if you will refresh it, you can see the thing is not working. Location, department, this all thing is not coming, because I have given the condition is new record, means if the form is new. Now when the form is new, I want to set the value. This one I already explained how we are setting the value. This thing I already explained in the previous classes. I already told you set value, how it works. First it will give the field name, then whatever value you want to save on that one. Now this two, till here you people understand 10 or 11?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
You know what is set value, how we are setting the value, 2 parameters,
Yes.
the field name. Now you can see here this 13 number line. 13 number line is something, we are creating one variable called a. We are using GlideForm.getReference. GetReference always used with the reference field. GetReference we are using caller ID. Caller ID is the backend name of this caller field. So by using this GetReference, if you use this thing, it is something like get value. Get value, that day I told you, whenever you will use get value for the string field, the value will be stored in a variable. Same like that, get reference, caller ID thing, caller ID all data, caller ID, whatever caller ID is there, but we already set caller ID with the current logged in user. So whatever caller ID will be there, suppose system administrator, so this all data which you are seeing over here, all data, and some of the field are hidden from the form layout. So as of now you can see 10-15 field is here. All data are stored in A. Those all data are stored in A. Did you got it from till now? All data of the system administrator, all field values are stored in A as of now. Same way we have created another B, another C with the caller field only, because we want to fetch 3 values. We want to fetch 3 values, which is location, department and email. These 3 things we have created, A, B, C variable. Now after getting the data, we are setting the values on our own field, location, department and testing. So we have used set value, and we have provided first parameter as our custom made field, U location, U department, U testing. Now how this came, A dot location, B dot department, C dot email. A, B, C is the same variable name which we have created. So from A, we are fetching only location. So we have used dot walking, which means A contains all this data, but from this data we need only one value, which is location. So we have used A dot location. When we will use A dot location, only this value will be captured, will be stored in this location. Same way B dot department. B is already captured all the reference field of this caller ID. It will capture all the B thing, and with the help of B dot department, you can see the backend name of department is this. It will capture only this finance one. Same way U underscore testing, C dot email. C is already captured all the field values, but from all this field we need only email. So we have used C dot email. Now we save it, and whenever you will load the form, let it save. Now whenever you will load the form, you can see the field, the caller is coming, which we have already said, the current logged in user, and with the help of this also location, department and email is also populating, right? Everyone got it, or anyone have
Yes.
any issue?
Got it.
Sir, why did you declare the 3 variables? So can't we take like a dot email ID, a dot location?
Because after that, if we will use a variable only, it will get confused. So it is a better way if you will create these 3 variable. We can also do that, whatever you have just told. We can also create one, but for that we have to use the callback function. Suppose like right now, if I will refresh this page, you can see caller is not coming, location, department, it took some time, right? See, if I am again loading the page, see, it is taking little time to get the data from server to client side, and you can see all those 4 data is populating at one time. See, all those 4 data, caller, location, department, testing, everything is coming at one time. See, all populated at one time. This is called synchronous calling. Synchronous, asynchronous, I already told you before. I think many people have already know what is synchronous call, what is asynchronous call. I already explained in detail what is asynchronous and synchronous in ServiceNow. So this is a synchronous call. See, everything is coming at one time, right? Now same thing, whatever you just have highlighted, you just highlighted that can we use only one time while you're using 3 times this thing, right? For that we have to use callback function. How we can use? You can see we can delete this too. We have to create one callback function. Suppose I will give the name of that callback function like this: call back function. Now if I will copy, this is the syntax of function. I already told you people to learn about function, what is the use of it, why we are creating function and all. So see, this time we have used only one variable, so that we have to also alter here, and we have to also alter here, because we have to call a dot location, a dot department, a dot email, right? We have used only one time this get reference, and we have to use callback function. Callback function, whenever you will use callback function, it means it is a asynchronous call. It will not wait for the data to load. It will directly start giving responses from client to server. Like suppose, see on the form you will observe I have not saved it, this thing I have not saved it yet, so the same thing will come as of now. You can see all 4 data will be populated at one time. See, right? See, all those 4 data is populating at one time. It is a synchronous call. It means whenever we are fetching the data from client to server, client has to wait until it will get response from the server side. That's why this caller is not populating suddenly. It will wait for the reply from the server for this location, department and testing. It is something like that. Suppose this is this 4 fields are friends, and this one has to call this 3, and suppose this system administrator is going somewhere, and he is waiting for America, France or this email ID. When this 3 will come from other place, then only 4 will together come to the browser, or come to home, or come to movie theater or somewhere. So this system administrator has to wait. So this is a synchronous call. See, I am refreshing it. System administrator is waiting. When this 3 came, then only he is coming. But when we are using this callback function is a asynchronous call. Now you can see what will happen. If I will save this record, now you will observe one thing. If I will refresh this, you are observing something or not? System administrator is not waiting. It is coming on the screen. You can see.
Yes.
It is a asynchronous call. You can see it is not waiting for the reply from the server. It is just coming, and it will not wait for this 3. This 3 will come later. This is the asynchronous call. See, previously all 4 data are coming at one time. For the bigger transaction in industry or in any company, this thing matters, because whenever we are using synchronous call, then form will stuck. Here we are only calling 3 data, right? For 3 data, 5 seconds. Earlier it took 5 seconds. But you can see right now it refresh, and it took only 2 seconds to refresh. But this 3 again taking 1 or 1.5 seconds to complete the form. See, it came, it took almost 1.5 seconds to reload this one. Earlier all 4 are coming at one go. Are you people getting it?
Yes.
Now can you tell which method is better, asynchronous or synchronous?
Asynchronous. This thing I already explained 4 or 5 times in my previous recordings. You can go through that one. I always told you 95% of the time asynchronous is the best practice. Only 5% we have to use synchronous one. Same thing I explained in the business rule as well, in the async or after business rule. See, we have to always prefer async. asynchronous call, which means calling of the with the help of callback function. Now let me complete one more thing, then after we will be
One
coming.
second, I have one more doubt. Right now you give example for the new record. If I want to call from like Fred Luddy or Beth Engineer, how can we will do that? If I want to get
I'm
other data.
I'm I'm coming into that one only. You just ask question.
Okay.
I'm coming into that one only. So suppose if I will reload this page, so this is only giving current logged in user detail, right? Current logged in user is system admin, America, finance and email ID, all these three things. See, it is only giving current logged in user, but as she mentioned that what if we want this Athena Cantu detail, I change this to Athena Cantu, but it is still same, right? Morton Cromwell, but it is still same. But when I will
So
reload this page only,
he is not the current logged in user, right?
yes, current logged in user we are only using on the on load of the form, and when the form is the new, we have already said this thing, right? But we can also change it now when it will reload. When it will reload, then only current logged in user will show. You can again change it manually. I have already explained the basics of all these things. What is client script, how, what are the types. Those who were there from the starting class, they will get the thing correctly, that what I am teaching. So second thing, how we can make it like we have to also make it dynamic for this user as well. Like if I will click Athena Cantu, then I want location department testing of Athena Cantu here. So how we will get that? For that we have to create one more script, and that will be on change client script, and I already told you what is on change client script. So
Yes.
I have to give on change and on the caller. Now here what I will do, I will create one variable called b. I will use GlideForm dot GetReference, and here I have to give caller ID, and after that here we will use directly callback with the help of callback. Now what we will do, we will create function with callback. We will give the variable. In this function we will give these values, directly copy, and we will paste this thing, and here we have used b, so we have to use b and b. So now we have created same thing, but here we have not used on load, we have used on change. We have not checked new form, we have not set the value to this current logged in user, because on the load only we want that one, but we don't want in the on change. So we have directly used from here. You can see we have directly create from here, we are directly using this one. So now whenever you will change caller, this script will run, and the same
Can
thing
you
will
tell
do.
what is that pop?
Pop is the name I have given randomly. You can give anything, you can give ABC, and here also you can give ABC. It is the callback function name which I have given pop. This is the syntax you have already. Now I will save this one. So now parallelly there are two scripts. One is on load, one is on change. Both are active. Now if I will refresh this page, Now this system administrator is coming in asynchronous call. Now if you will change this one, suppose Alan Jarrow, see all thing changed. Same way if you will use Heath, see other thing is also changed. Now if I will change to Emilio, see all changed. Suppose if I
But
use
when we will refresh it, it will gone, right?
yes, if you will refresh, in refresh it is on load, so this script will run in on load. See on load
Yes,
system administrator came here. If you will Roger, see all three changed. I am telling you this thing, whatever I have just explained, it is very much important for industry, for interview, for your own learning as well. It is very much important method, this get reference. Everyone got it what I have told today about get reference, how we are using set value in the reference field, we have to use this one, then how we are using this user ID and all, is new record, why you are using get reference, caller ID, call back. I will tell you, you will not get, I think many people are still confused. If you have still any doubt, first of all practice this by yourself. Practice this thing, whatever I have just told you, practice this thing by yourself. Create these three fields and all, create this script by yourself, try to understand what is this, what is that, everything you have to understand. Whatever I have told you, still go through this recording. I will share the recording after the class. Go through the recording, and after that if you still get any doubt, you can ask me or you can directly text me on my WhatsApp. I will give reply from there as well. This is very much important. So anyone have any doubt till now, you can ask.
So a get reference field are those which includes the table form, right? Like assignment group and configuration items, service offering.
Yes,
Is my understanding correct?
yes,
Okay.
whenever you will create, see if I will go to form layout, if you will create some field here now, like if you will create test, and if you will use a string, then it will only ask you like how much length you are using. If I will use script, it will not ask anything. If I will use percentage completion, but if you will use reference, see reference, so this is mandatory to give the table name. Reference field will come like this field, this field, this field. Whenever you will click this reference field, it will refer you to some other table which is already stored in the server side.
Yes, that's correct.
Same way
Thank you.
here you have to give the table name. See table to reference. Table to reference means on which table you want user to refer. Like this assigned to is referring me to this user table. This caller field is referring me to the user table. You can see configuration item is referring me to the configuration item table. So this is the reference table. This is the choice table. Choice reference field, choice field. This is the string field. I think
Understood.
everyone understood.
Yes.
Hello everyone. Understood everything?
Hello,
Yes sir.
hello.
Yes.
Can you go to create incident record page?
Yes.
Here after the location, I can see one preview this record symbol. So this is coming automatically if we are using the reference field.
See, right now there is no preview record beside assignment group. This is also
Yes.
reference because this is blank. If I will use, suppose if I will select this app engine, now this came, right?
Okay, it is coming
Preview,
automatically.
yes, preview this record. You can click here. This is the same group which is showing over here. You can directly open record from here. You will redirect it to this group. Same way here, if it is location is coming like this, you can open this one. This will show the location thing over here. Now you can also open that location directly.
It will show the location record, particular
Yes.
location details. Okay.
Yes. Now